Daghang salamat sa tanan dihang intambong karon. Um, kanang intambong karon o kanang sa miaging adlaw pod sa mga pagpangaji um, para ni Nanay sa mi join sa call online or viewing live online. Daghang salamat ninyo tanan. And we also would like to extend our gratitude to those who have expressed their sympathy to us by their means of commenting on our posts and private messages. Sa among mga tiya o tiyo si Chaverly, Cha Bebe, Cho Carding, Cho Minyo, and Cho Pepe. Salamat tanan sa inyong tanan sa suporta and finances and in uplifting Nanay's moral. Sadly, you did not just lost a sister, because being the eldest sister you have, Nanay was also your confidant. I know Nanay wasn't a fan of sugar-coated words, so I can imagine that her counsel would be harsh, but I know it's always true. Sa among may gagaw nila ni RJ, Rap Rap, Clyde, Sheena, Marine, Ariel, Junjun, Yambi, Linlin, and also katuntua sa Mindanao sila si Henry, Mike, Irish, Rick Rick, Heidi, and Shane. You're not just cousins to us, but brothers and sisters in every sense of the word. You did not leave us in our time of need, like how family should always be. Daghang salamat ninyong tanan. And to our spouses, Ivy and Joanne, we wouldn't be able to provide all the care and support we wanted for Nanay kundi tungod ninyo, kundi tungod sa inyong effort. What you and your family have done for Nanay have essentially put you in so much stress and difficulty, coupled with the grief, for it was quite clear that Nanay's demise was imminent. You felt a sorrow as if you are Nanay's children, and we are forever thankful for that. We are forever thankful that you are our better halves. Para sa among kids, para nila ni Shane, Raven, and Jaden, og para nila ni Isaac, Shanley, and Cyril. I did not went through what you are experiencing now at a young age, because my Lola, Pastora and Lolo Porok, died before I was born. And when my other Lolas and Lolos, Delphine and Malaysia, passed away, I was in my mid-20s already. But as a young age that you are now, you shared the sadness with us. You shared the sadness with us, and we hope that you shared the sadness with us when you came to know of Nanay's passing. You mourned and cried with us, and we hope that even if not today, you will understand one day that death is part of life. And the highest tribute to the dead is not grief but gratitude. Nancy, sa sulti pa ni Nanay, musik mo yung nadyamadyo gani si Nancy, nanghilan. So Nance, you are like an angel. I'm in heaven sent to take care of Nanay and be by her side till her dying breath. You went above and beyond to make sure na matagan si Nanay sa saktong pagatiman. So Nancy, daghang salamat. Nanay was so as we all know, cancer ay ikamatay. That was the cause of death. That was the cause for her body to fail and eventually brought her to her end. But this sickness she had doesn't define her as a person. For one time, para sa nakailan ni nanay, mananahi man as nanay, well known for sure, and one of the best in her days. And this is the main profession ang hinungdan na nakatabang o pagpadako na mo or nakahuman ka may tanan sa among kurso o karon na may sa among gipiling field of endeavor. But beyond, aside from being mananahe, si nanay also became a public servant. Well, started as a barangay secretary, became a treasurer, konsehal, and then later nahimong kapitan sa Abgao. But honestly, Nanay doesn't strike me as a real politician in the sense that she doesn't play the game of politics. What she did, what she did is to serving truly and honestly, with nothing and no stain of corruption or abuse of her position, the very essence of how a public servant should be. But lately, Nanay, as of late, di naman profitable in dressmaking, so may pagpanahe, so nahimo na she later turned to her lifelong interest and hobby sa pag-atiman og tanom. And I remember one time, pagkagamay pa dyan na mo, patimanon minananay sa tabang sa idang tanom. And one time, ahong gi mama na mo buhaton kada hapon mamisbe sa idang mga tanom. But one time, ang tubig nga akong gibis-bis na gisagulan og mga klase-klaseng I think chemicals like mga tambal or expired na mga medicines around sa bay. So nangamatay tanang tanom ni nanay sa ibabaw. So katong bata monong bata hinungdan nangamatay sa ang ang mga tanom ni nanay. But other than her profession, Nanay was also a wife, a very loyal wife, and without a doubt, she did her best for her husband, even though all of it wasn't returned in full. I wouldn't want to say so much about it, but I think everyone knows what happened. Nanay was a dedicated mother. Kami nga ijang children are witnesses of what she did and what she is willing to give for us. There are times when I don't understand her decisions until time would take its course and everything would make all sense. Everything would all make sense. Ako sa pakabata na kanunay medyo ko masakit. So kapila siguro ko ma hospital. But as a caring mother in times of sickness, sadness, and despair, there's nowhere else in the world that will feel safer than being wrapped around the arms of your mother, giving you words like an assurance that everything's gonna be okay. Mingon at dag maajo ralay kayan sa imong sakit or mawara lagi ni adi ka na mo pasagdan. And even in adulthood, it is all true. Because I think because pagka dako na ho naman to yung nahitabo na one time nangutana na dyan ako o kanang isa kong istorya ba personally nasakit man to sa tatay dito sa hospital. Then isa ko ipagawa sa ICU. Then he asked, nangutana dyan ako, nakigistorya dyan ako. Dyan, Ryan, dali ra, magistorya ta. So ingon dyan, this amang ka, wa makay klaro, di man ka na makita sa, makita ka nung na sa bahay. So, ningon siya na, last day, wa ka sa bahay. The other day, wa po ka. Then, after ka nagatima, nagbantay ni tatay sa ospital, karon pa ka naman nakita balik. Unsa mga dudayan, unsa may problema nimo? I think nahitabo to kay murag siguro mother's instinct nakamatikod siya nga na problema. So he asked me. So she asked me. Then she said, iingon si nanay, unsa man dod, mabdo si Joan? So I couldn't answer. So he asked again. So she asked again. Ingon si nanay, so man, mabdo si Joan. Then my reply was, nay, nanganak na si Joan. So there was a awkward pause. But after that, nanay said, ingon si nanay na, okay, ako rin magpasabot sa imong tatay. And then atiman na si Joan. Natuwa dito balik sa ospital. In her death, nanay made the ultimate sacrifice. Siguro di ta ng tao or di man wani jag express sa ubang tao, but katong gipili siya, she chose not to continue with the cancer treatment, even though kaibaw siya nga ang isang kamatadon madali kung di siya mo take sa medication. But you know, you must understand how brave the person can be to face her own mortality. And she did that not only because she want the suffering to end, but also nakita niya na ang naglisod po me. I mean, emotionally and financially. And ultimately, she did that. Impili siya nga di na mo-take sa tambal, and she made the ultimate sacrifice. So nanay, daghan ka dun salamat. Dili enough ang siguro pila ka oras magstorya dire para mapaibaw nimo tanan kung may ka thankful as children. Di mo. I think nasulti na ako tanan. Nasulti na ako mostly ang gusto na isulti katong nanaka sa imong deathbed. And I promised you na di na mo pasagdan ang pamilya and we'll stand on our own. And also I asked you to think, ningon ko nimo na una-una ang siguro imong mingaw na kanilulog lola magkita na mo in a few hours time. Pero nakalimtan na sulti nga aside na malipay kung magunahon na nga mo balik na ka or maguba na mo balik nilang lola o lolo is at nakalimtan na sulti na si Medel, the brother we didn't know, isuon nga namatay sa do. I think he was only 9 days old. So now Medel naguban na tali mong nanay karon, take care of nanay. I know you waited for your mother for a long time. Sa uban na igsuon si Manirane o si Grace. I think we have daghan pataka yung pwede istoryahan na pamatay chance. But I would end this with these plagiarized words, hoping that its meaning would serve us as lights on our journeys ahead. Now our days starts without Nanay, and she's not here to see. These days the sun rises and find her eyes all filled with tears for her. She'd wish she would wish so much that we wouldn't cry the way we did today, while thinking of the many things we didn't get to say. Nanay knows how much we love her, as much as she loves us. And each time we think of her, I know she misses us. Now our day starts without Nanay, and we should try to understand that an angel came and called her name and took her by the hand. Her place is now ready in heaven far above, and she had to leave behind us, whom she dearly loved. But don't think of her as gone away. Her journey's just begun. Just think of her as resting from the sorrows and tears in a place of warmth and comfort where there are no days and years. Think of how she must be wishing that we could know today how nothing but our sadness can really pass away. We think of her as living in the hearts of those she touched, for nothing loved is ever lost, and she was loved so much. So when our day starts without Nanay, don't think we are far apart, for every time we think of her, she's right here in our hearts.